I'm John Thabiti Willis, a scholar of African history. I came to African history via accounting. So my first degree is actually in accounting. And at the time that I was pursuing that degree, I started taking classes in African history, in Africana studies, and realized that I had a passion, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with that passion or what that passion would equip me with doing. So I continued on taking classes in accounting, but that interest deepened as I took more classes: anthropology, African religions and philosophy, um, uh, women in the Bible, uh, African American history, um, and realized that there was more to explore. And so for my PhD, I ended up focusing on the history and politics of a set of masquerade practices and organizations that organize such practices. My current project focuses on African involvement in the history and memory of pearling in the Gulf. Pearling in terms of pearl diving, and the whole economy and culture that in which it was embedded and that sustained it. I came to this topic by looking at museums. And so by just looking at issues and asking questions about issues of representation, who is represented, and what is the relationship between who's represented and the history of those communities and of the larger historical actors, players involved. So it's an amazing intellectual community to be a part of, a place where people are really serious about Africa and about thinking globally about Africa. So the movement of various people of African descent around the world. You have people approaching it from a range of perspectives: humanities, social sciences, different disciplinary as well as interdisciplinary approaches. A place where, again, Africa and African people are the focus, right? And that's so rare. And then to be able to do that here in the Gulf, to have an opportunity to think about, how does that conversation, how does that history look differently in connection to the relationship of Africa to this region in particular, both in the past and in the present. So it's a really fascinating place to come. Welcome, and we're here to guide you and support you along your intellectual and personal journey.